like your hair. I'm going all out for hair for the square dance.
What are you gonna do?
I can't tell you.
Are you gonna do like 2 braids or something?
I can't tell you.
I mean, people did that last time, I'm not.
I'm going all out though. We can't talk about it though, because then other people will go all out and try to outdo me.
Then why don't you
That's
just
not-
outdo
We're
them?
wearing a Teletubby
Okay.
costume and a cowboy hat and cowboy boots.
I have a cowboy hat and cowboy boots.
You don't Teletubby.
But you don't, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
Murray.
I mean,
He got it all washed and stuff.
I want you to text me a picture of Morgan's hair.
I don't know.
My family's like-
Because I want to see
my
exactly what she
family
means
is
by
like
all
square
out.
dance. Like that's what my family
Hey, sir.
is. Like my mom's side of the family, like
Okay.
I have family
square
like that
dance.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my dad's side of the family, but
That's my dad's side of it. Well,
My
part of
mom's
it.
side.
Not his like sisters and brothers, but
My
his
dad.
my
I mean, my mom. Like my aunt has like a horse stable, and my uncle has. They're not married. Like my great aunt and my uncle. And my uncle has 27.
Then
Woo!
during our performance
And
last
I'm a
night, it
cheater.
was not good. So
I'm only
I was
gonna
here
marry
like the whole day and stuff. I've been asking
Where
her
are you
to, but she doesn't think
Uh-oh.
it's serious to go to Ready Med.
Easy access to go people.
alright.
I'm in a good mood.
That's good.
My voice
Yesterday,
is coming back.
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
okay.
wrote the notes for regular polygons that we need to discuss, okay? So, a regular polygon can have, both an inscribed circle and it can also have a circle, circumscribed, yeah, the circle can be circumscribed about the polygon, and the center is going to be the common center of both of those two circles, but it's basically whatever the obvious center of the polygon is. And so you can also have a radius of a polygon, which is very much like the radius of a circle. It would be the distance from the center to one point on the vertex, or one vertex. And an apothegm, which is what we're going to need to know in order to find the area of a regular polygon, is the distance from the center to one of the sides. And then they can also have central angles, which would be formed by 2 radii drawn to consecutive vertices. So on these 2 regular polygons, we are going to draw some of these parts. How do I know what makes a polygon a regular polygon?
If all the angles and sides are equal.
Right. All of the sides and angles are congruent. Good. So that's what we're working on here. So the center of the triangle would be in the center. If I drew, you don't have to draw this, but if I drew an inscribed circle and a circumscribed circle around it, it would be the common center of both of those circles. So it's basically just the middle, so that's going to be the center. And same for the hexagon. The center. Okay, and then a radius is from the center to a point on the vertex, or to a vertex, why do I keep saying that? So vertex, from the center to a vertex, so in the triangle I could draw 3 different radii. On the hexagon I could draw 6 different radii, but it's going to be from the center to a vertex. So that's a radius. And then the apothegm is the distance from the center to a side. So the apothegm is going to be perpendicular to one of the sides. fixture. And a central angle would be formed by two radii drawn to consecutive vertices. So in the triangle, if I draw another radius that's next to the other one I drew, then this angle is a central angle. Same thing with the hexagon. It has to be two consecutive vertices. That angle would also be, the picture's getting messy, would also be a central angle.
So can you have like two apothems and not equal central angle, or do they have to be, the radius?
They have to be radius. Right?
For the radii to be congruent, in a triangle, would it have to be an equilateral triangle? Or can it be any triangle?
Yes, these are all regular polygons, so if it's a triangle, that means it would have to be an equilateral triangle, because
Oh,
they have to
okay.
have all sides congruent and all angles congruent.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Is it possible, like, in the hexagon, yeah, but is it possible to remove the diameter of the polygons, or is that, like, if you used a radius and an apothem, or do you just not use that?
No, we're actually not really even gonna use the radius for much. I guess the radius will just help us to find the apothem. Because mainly all of this is to help us to find the area of them. And the formula for the area of a regular polygon is 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. But just like some of the other problems that you've been doing, it's not gonna be immediately apparent in some of them what the apothem is, so you might have to like draw in a radius and then use triangles to figure out what it might be. Okay? Alright, so let's look at the oral exercises on page 320 in your book. And you might wanna write something down, I guess. Depends, So if a square has apothem 5, what is the length of a side? Okay. Yes, how would you get that?
Because an apothem is like half of the square, because it comes from the center.
Yes, it will go from the center to a side, and in a square it's a regular polygon, so if that's 5, then it will be 5 also in the other direction, and a side would be 10. Okay, good. If a polygon is inscribed in a circle, must the polygon be regular? Morgan?
Yes?
Yes. Now, if you think about when we did trapezoids just the other day, we did have a trapezoid that was inscribed in a circle.
The trapezoid isn't a regular polygon?
Is a trapezoid a regular polygon?
No.
No, it's not. So no, it doesn't. What's the only regular quadrilateral? A square, yes. A Okay. Can the apothem of a regular polygon be greater than the radius? What do you think? See a lot of no's. Why would that be the case? If we look at the apothem and the radius, why can the apothem never be greater than the radius? Paige?
Because they both start in the middle and the apothem goes straight down to the bottom and the radius is gonna go to one of the angles. And so the angle's further away from the center than just going like straight down to the bottom.
Okay. Anyone have another way of explaining that? Sarah?
In a circle, it's all like vertices, and so like all the radiuses are gonna be the same. And so, if you connect two vertices together in a chord, it's kind of like what you're doing with a triangle or polygon. And so it's the length from the center to a chord is not the same as the length from a center to a vertex, or vertex.
Okay. Good. Anyone have any other ways of explaining that? Mac?
Like in the triangle, it makes like a right triangle on the side of the triangle, and it's like the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse goes.
That's what I would say. That would be my reasoning. Because the radius and the apothem will always make a right triangle. And the radius will always be the hypotenuse of the right triangle, so therefore it will always have to be longest. Okay, but yes, all of those, very nice job. Alright, so no. What is the area of a regular pentagon with side length K and apothem T? The area equals 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. So what would be the expression for the area of a regular pentagon if it had a side length of K and apothem T? Okay,
Does a pentagon have 6 sides?
no. But close. That would be a hexagon. Right?
Half T times 5K.
Okay, good. A pentagon has 5 sides. So it would be 5 times the side length, so like 5 halves TK. Questions? Sarah?
Why would that be 5k over 2?
Yeah, you could write it like that too.
It's the same thing.
Yep, that would be the same thing. 5 TK. 5, what is the measure of a central angle of a regular decagon? Okay, so if you have a decagon, I'm not gonna draw it, but I am gonna draw a circle. And if you have a decagon, whatever. There's my decagon, it's beautiful. How many sides does the decagon have? 9? 10, yeah. So I'm not drawing it. But, then a central angle goes from one radius to a consecutive vertices radius. What do I know about all of these all the way around? Wolfie?
They'll add up to 360.
It will add up to 360. All the central angles of a regular polygon will add up to 360 just like they would a circle. And so if there are 10 angles, then a central angle would be, okay?
360 divided by 10.
Yes. So they would each be 360 degrees. Good. And number 6, for what regular polygon is the radius equal to the length of a side? How would we determine that? That's a tough one. Wolfie?
Wouldn't there not be one because radius is basically like half of
If you're looking at your book, if you're looking at your book on page 320, if you look just right above that at the hexagon, it looks like it could definitely be a possibility that the radius would be the same as the length of the side. I have to think some more about that question. How we would calculate that. Okay, I will think about that, and you guys can start on your assignment, which is going to be page 320, page 321, numbers 1 through 14. So you have some time to get started on that. Let me know if you have any questions. And think about that. Get back to it.
Oh wait, that's the
Does anyone get it? No. Okay.
It would be a hexagon for number 6 because if you this is, the sides are 2, then this would be 1, and this would be 2 times 1. Which would be 2. You guys are busy, but anyway, it would be
A squared plus b squared equals c.
Wait, no, what did you say? It's, I don't understand.
Square root of 32 is
Yeah, Sarah, can you just talk really loud?
That's what I was thinking too. But isn't it like,
Yeah, this is 4. This is 4. 4 squared.
Is
that what you got?
Well,
Oh,
I
I was
just did
gonna
it.
Okay.
Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then not equals.
Okay, so
I was doing h square root 4.
good job.
So, wait, no, that would be the,
And then this is
That would be
the,
yeah.
radius.
or, that'd be the hypotenuse, no,
This
that'd be
is
radius,
this
hypotenuse
would be
4.
4. And this equals this. So this would be 4 and this would be 4, because this is
For
also.
question 1 to get the
Or-
area, you
yeah.
need
Okay.
8 times the
And so you have
We don't need another
so
area.
4
So
squared
16 plus 16
But look,
equals
it's a-
hypotenuse squared.
Oh, the hypotenuse.
So the square root of 32, so 4 root 2. Awesome, thank you.
This is
Wait,
and
is,
half
Join.
of 8. So this right here is 8.
Okay, the
Half
hypotenuse
of
sine
And the radius would
Because
be,
this is
Why
the
do we
very
need to
last.
have to say, I don't know, I just do the pop, yeah, we'll just do this.
so that'd
Yeah,
be,
it's just the same. This is 4 because this is 8.
So then,
oh yeah, so the radius is 4 root 2.
yeah, I get that, what does that have to do with?
Equals c squared. What are you at?
What, how do you find the
I
radius?
think this.
Okay, so you know this is 9 and 2, so it'd be 2 squared 2.
yeah.
So you just
So
do the
yeah, if the hypotenuse 3, the side would be 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then,
It's half the height.
So then,
okay.
So 9 plus 9, so the square root of 18, so 3 root 2.
yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
So then you have 8 divided.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so then,
Okay,
here's
so
the radius is 4 squared root 2.
So the hypotenuse for number 1.
4 squared 2.
So that means,
Oh gosh.
And then the
find the
radius.
hypotenuse. Oh wait, you just do
Oh,
this
so you just do the opposite of the Pythagorean theorem.
Exactly.
So you just take away, wait,
So
I
no,
don't
you
get
just
it.
take away the 2 because that is,
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
Wait,
How
so
do
you would just square it. So you would just square
so it'd
it.
just be,
So it would be,
6.
You guys realize that the radius is 4 square root 2 and number 1, so it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
thanks, Mac.
Thank you. Wow.
Wow, that's great.
How would you figure that out then?
I think like the way you do it, but
So just the opposite of how you did number 1?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would instead of adding.
So you just like
subtract.
square 4,
Well, because you have the 3.
Yeah, and then, no,
Because that.
yeah, and then you would subtract instead of adding.
I don't know how to.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
right?
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No, isn't
Okay.
area
Triangle.
like,
This is
it's
number
a square,
1.
isn't it?
Equal, right?
Equal actually means on
Wait,
sides
is
of
that area or
room.
hypotenuse?
So each side is 12.
Sarah, will you help me with the triangle?
The hypotenuse is 6 because that's 12.
I always think of, like, I'm thinking of the unit throughout this entire class. 6.
And then,
So for number 1, then so we're supposed to
Like, whenever we say that word, I'm just like, I have this instead animal going through my
Well,
head. That's really
well,
bad.
you don't just put a square root behind it. There's like a way that you get that. It's not
I
like,
wasn't a dead possum.
like the radius, you don't just put a square root 2 behind it.
Just because it's.
Because you have to do the Pythagorean theorem.
Don't they play dead as
Okay, I was wondering, did you say something about an opposite of the Pythagorean theorem?
That's for number 3.
I lived
I
in
see.
Virginia in the mountains.
Let me just see if I can do it.
One day, we got home like that,
Sarah,
playing with that baby.
will you help me with the triangle?
2 square root.
For what number?
Number 4.
Or no,
I'm
4
not
square
there
root.
yet.
Oh, okay. You've been helping people. Sorry.
That's okay.
I did not even know what it was. when I was a baby.
6 square
I
root.
hate possums. They waddle. They're like rats. With the baby giant rats with their disgusting tails.
They waddle around, but they're so cute. They're like fat. Different definition.
Because
72.
It was
Murray.
like the
Two is
Have you got
nine
three?
and eight.
Murray.
Oh my gosh.
My friend
Murray.
catches,
So that's
soccer bag.
Sorry, I didn't think.
Conversations.
I didn't know Mac was talking to her. I thought she was talking to somebody else. Sorry.
Because there's two of them, so therefore they become, so it's something square root two.
Well, if you want number, you want
Six.
Will you help me?
Oh, I was right.
But they get like really fat.
I think so. I'm just gonna say that.
It's not my fault if it's wrong.
I really don't.
Will you help me? So I drew the picture.
Murray.
And it's six and, it's, since it's equilateral, six columns, six difference
Yeah.
half.
No, the
All sides are equal to each other because it's equilateral. But the radius wouldn't be.
Okay, because
The apothem would be 6.
Yes.
Yeah,
But the radius wouldn't.
no,
No, no, no.
and
Then
then,
the bottom part is 6.
wait,
So
45, 45.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be 45, 45 because then this will
Yeah, no,
be square
the
root
possum's
two.
not six.
It's not? Because isn't it half of,
How
half
is
of
the
the side?
apothem not
No,
six?
because look, it just goes like this, but the possum doesn't go all the way to the
How
side.
did you find me a phone?
It's like,
Isn't it same?
if this is in the center and then the possum goes out like that, you still have this whole section that's not even connected.
I don't know. That's what I just.
All the apothems are gonna be equal.
But yeah, all the possums
Well,
are
I
gonna
know
be
like
equal,
this
but
right
they're
here
not
is
the same.
six.
Yeah,
But I don't see how this.
because look, if this isn't a
Oh,
possum.
because if you go straight up, that's a radius. So you can't divide 12 by 2 because if you go up, it's radius. Okay, I understand.
Regular polygons is the opossum, is half of the size. See, I think the radius. How do we find it for a triangle?
It will fit.
Wouldn't that be half of the
Lateral
lateral?
one.
Miss Faulkner, that's what's going on.
Which number are you doing?
4.
Now I'm just confused because now we're,
No.
The hexagon will be easy though because the radius is the same as the apothem.
yeah.
So this is 6. And so if this is 360, what are each of the central angles of a triangle?
One twenty.
120. So this will be 60. So this will be 30.
Yeah, 16.
Wait,
So
why?
30, 60, 90. You
Oh, I
have
got
the longer leg, which will be the I square root 3.
How do you know that's the longer leg?
Because it's across from the 60-degree angle.
Oh, yeah. I'm asking dumb questions today.
That's how you would find
There's
it.
no such thing as dumb question.
And for most of the other shapes, you're gonna have to find what the central angle would be. and
I've
then
known the
use
answer to all the
angles to
questions I've
find.
asked today.
That's okay.
So then, so we have to divide by,
Wait, I don't, how do you go from 6, which is a square root 3 to A?
It's 2 square.
because you have to divide the square root of 3.
I just.
Oh, yeah, I knew that answer too. Oh, my.
Because I multiplied, or I divided it.
6 divided by square root is 33.
And I multiplied to get out of it.
I don't remember how to do this. Isn't there like,
I'm visual.
So you have to multiply the top and the bottom by square root 3?
Okay,
yeah.
so 6 over 3, you see that?
What is it?
And then you multiply it, top by top line.
So on the top you have 6 square root 3 over 3. Yeah, so then you have 2 root 3.
And so
And get
those
two.
cross out.
2 root 3. So is 2 root 3 the apothem? Or,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2 squared
no, wait.
For A.
for A.
Oh, yeah, 2 root 3 is the
So
apothem.
then you would take out.
And then
So then 2A. So the radius would just be 12. Because it's 2 times
Yeah.
6. Okay.
You have to multiply it to get rid
No.
of it.
No, it's 2 times
square root
2 square root 3, sorry.
So
Which would,